The temperature in this country and the world is really rising, which is creating a lot of conflict with people. I'm noticing I'm playing soccer and people are fighting like every single time, which is a thing that hasn't happened in years and years that I've been there. I'm gonna give you some tips about having conversations and dealing with conflict in your community, whatever that is. First thing to do is assess, is this a group that you want to be a part of? Do you feel safe? Do you feel like this is something that you should invest your time in to make it better? Because there is always opportunity cost that you could be spending your time and effort helping out and developing and building relationships with people who really get you on a variety of levels that maybe this group doesn't. The next thing is figure out, is there kind of one person who's the major issue, or is this a dynamic that is part of the group that you don't really like and want to change? If it's a problem with the group dynamic, then addressing it as a group is probably the best thing to do in order to get everybody on board the change you want to make. If the issue is with just one person's behavior, then it's usually best just to have a one-on-one conversation about that, but getting the group on board will help. Before you have this conversation, you should really think about, why do these behaviors make me upset? What is it about it? What does that connect to in my life? What does that connect to in my history? What does that connect to in my value system? And how can I communicate that to this person specifically? I find the best place to start is by explaining how their behavior makes you feel, how it impacts your life in a way that is negative. If someone cares about you, then they should care about how their actions make you feel. And they may not agree that their action should cause you to feel that way, but it should at least make them not want to hurt you, and they should demonstrate that desire to not be causing you pain. If they demonstrate that they don't actually care how their actions make you feel, I would really rethink that friendship. When I started dating a trans woman, that eventually led me to having to break off a relationship with a friend I had had for 22 years. That sucks, but that's just life. I started doing this in 2016 because I realized that I had no influence over the political machinations happening of people above me, but I could have a lot of influence over the community that I was immediately connected to. I realized that real change and growth starts by accepting the discomfort in the moment over pain in the future. Choosing to have the awkward conversations with someone you've known for 20 years about how their behavior impacts you over the pain of continuing to waste your time and energy investing in a relationship that forces you to suppress your emotions and abandon your principles in order to maintain harmony. I think that's a relationship that's run its course. You should prepare for that relationship to end in that moment. But my final piece of advice is to leave your heart open for that person to come back. All of us have lessons we have to learn by making our own mistakes. It doesn't make us bad, it just makes us human.